a matter of hours. It was a matter of months before city inspectors could figure out who owned this leaky oil tank that sits between the Littlefield building and the Driscoll Hotel. The answer came from inside here, City Council meeting minutes from December 1910, where approval was granted for George W. Littlefield to put an oil tank in the alley behind his building.
He did not have City of Austin energy until 1957. He had his own power plant in the basement to furnish all this energy.
City officials also found receipts from 1915 to 1918, where Littlefield bought thousands of gallons of fuel on the 10th of each month. City officials say some 9,000 gallons was left in the tank until a water line broke in January of 2008. 4,200 gallons flowed from here to Waller Creek. The cleanup effort cost about $220,000.
I don't want to say I'm blind to the cost. I spent what needed to be spent when we were out here. Stan and I both did. But the money recovery goes to our legal department. I have no input. I suspect we'll get most of it back.
But the story isn't all wrapped up. Tuesday night, the owners of the Littlefield building released this statement that in part reads, "The Littlefield building will continue to investigate the oil spill incident, and until a definitive conclusion can be reached regarding the source and the ownership of the oil spill, we do not feel it is appropriate to comment further." So these notes from the past may decide who pays big in the future.
10:45 Sunday night. We barely get situated on West 6th when the radar goes off.
We got this black car at 43 and a 30s, and a little bit of weaving as well.
Officer Patrick Oborski is one of 13 DWI enforcement officers participating in APD's Super Bowl Sunday No Refusal initiative.
Where you come from right now?
I was at 4th Street.
Oborski decides to pull the driver out and give a field sobriety test.
He has a good strong odor of alcohol in his breath. His eyes are bloodshot and glassy. His speech is kind of slurred. How much alcohol you had to drink?
I've had a few drinks, but not
a few drinks? Okay.
During the test, other people are stopped on either side of us. Some drivers will pass and get to leave. This man is arrested.
I don't believe you're safe to continue driving. So are you saying you're not going to give me a specimen?
The man refuses a breath test but consents to give blood. He is taken to the police bus and later booked into jail. Back on the streets and once again speeding turns into another DWI arrest.
Do you think you should have been driving or no?
Probably not.
Probably not? Why do you think you probably should not have been driving?
Probably because I drank too much.
Come at the place and arrest or drive while intoxicated. I don't believe you're safe to continue driving.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just glad you didn't hurt anybody.
This woman consents to a breath test. Oborski finds she is almost double the legal limit, a .15. The arrests keep coming in. 21 total this night. 6 consent to a breath test, 3 consent to give blood. 12 only cooperate after officers get a search warrant for their blood. But Officer Oborski, a 2-time drinking and driving accident victim, leaves feeling unsatisfied.
We do all this work and we put all this information out that we're out there and we're enforcing the laws. But look at all the people here tonight that didn't follow that information. That's the sad part of it.
Lights, crowds, red carpet. Office Space may not have drawn a crowd when it premiered 10 years ago, but what a difference a decade makes.
Wouldn't miss it. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Wouldn't miss this?
Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking. Just a moment.
Neither did the film's director, Mike Judge.
I was surprised at I thought it would maybe be a smaller cult following, but this is nice.
From the Office Fax Machine.
Why does it say paper jam when there is no paper jam?
To Milton's Red Swing Line. Picking a favorite in the film turned out to be nearly impossible for the crowd.
Case of the Mondays.
I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Lumber.
What's happening? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow.
Where do I stop?
And how about what became of one of the biggest stars of the film? Yes, the machine nearly stole the film's anniversary night too. Even for Milton.
I think I should have come out and stapled it.
And of course, who doesn't want a piece of the fax machine of the 10-year anniversary?
And 10 years later, the camaraderie between the cast still undeniable.
Goodfellas was out.
Hi, I just wanted to say hi.
I just want to be Steven.
I wanted to ruin this interview.
We did a movie that we all liked. We all had fun doing, and we knew it was good, but you don't know ever what kind of impact it'll have with an audience.
The kind of impact that lasts 10 years and counting.
Oski is live in Williamson County, where a burn ban is in effect. Hi, Rudy.
Hi, Amy. There may be a burn ban on in Williamson County, but there is no ban on the sale of fireworks. So those operating fireworks stands like the one directly behind me expect to see an increase in sales tomorrow. Firefighters worry that will mean an increase in calls for them.
The countdown is on, and for many, 2007 will end with a bang. Fireworks stands like this one in Taylor are staying busy, attracting people like Maria Bellamy and her 2 kids.
We got some black cats, and rockets that go up and explode.
Bellamy says she and her family will light up New Year's Eve beyond the city limits.
My uncle owns some land out there, so for safety reasons, we'll be out there. You know, fire extinguisher prepared and all that good stuff.
All it takes is one spark and you've got a fire. It's happened a lot here and all across Central Texas on Sunday.
County Road 418 Command.
The fire threatened the home of Blaine and Susan Faucus.
It's just good to see so many people willing to help.
Many of those who came to help, firefighters from Taylor, Thrall, Bartlett, and Granger.
Make sure we got somebody in our trucks over here.
As they contained the fire, another team near Round Rock was trying to protect this neighborhood. It was caused by a landowner cutting grass in order to reduce the risk of fire. His mower blade hit a rock and caused a spark, an indication of how dry it is and how worried firefighters are right now.
Really nervous about the fireworks because it won't take much of anything for them to set fires off all over the place.
And so the watch will continue, long nights into a new year.
And those firefighters in Taylor and the Granger area will be spending the night watching those fires, making sure that they don't flare up again. Now, there were
glasses over here.
Nick Schnitzer is making his first trip to Ecology Action.
This is all tin, right?
It's a nonprofit recycling center on the corner of I-35 and 9th Street, downtown.
Pretty much anything that I feel can recycle, I save.
City officials are hoping more and more people join Nick, recycling, reusing, and reducing everything they consume.
It's going to take about 6 months to complete the plan.
Melissa Martinez, a division manager in the city's solid waste services, says the city has hired a zero waste consultant out of California to begin drafting a plan to help Austin eventually reduce its dependence on landfills to practically nothing.
Policy change, program enhancements, new infrastructure, new facilities that can process materials differently.
Martinez says all those options will be considered, among others.
2040 is a reasonable timeline, but I would wish that we'd get there a lot faster.
Scott Crow with Ecology Action says education and expanding recycling facilities to accept new items will be key.
You can't have education without accessibility. You can't have accessibility without education. We need them both to make zero waste.
The city has already made plans to expand its recycling program. In about a year from now, city officials tell us they plan to do away with the old blue recycling bin to make way for a newer, larger wheelable cart, much like the city's current trash can. City officials say they also plan to expand the number and types of items to be recycled. And the city says it will separate all the items opposed to the homeowner.
All the materials get to go mixed into the cart. It'll be more convenient and easier for them.